how do you go about integrating him? How do you go about handling the minutes? Those kind of things. And he's just like, this guy's been playing basketball a long time. You don't have to
And
worry
he
about any
said,
of that stuff.
"Do
So
you have
they
calves,
just
Bobby?" Yeah.
they're just gonna roll him out there, and however he plays, he plays. Like, is that the plan?
It would appear so. Yes. What else is?
And we'll see how it goes.
I think it's hockey shifts. I think it's 5-minute stints only. I think he starts. I think he plays 5 minutes regardless of how good it is. I think he comes out. I think he comes back. I think he's playing 5 minutes per quarter, and then possibly closing for the last 6 or 7, depending on how close the game is, up to 22 or 23 minutes max. That's about it.
See how effective he is. I mean,
that's what I think you're seeing,
it, right? I don't think they're just it's not like rec league where once he hits the 5-minute mark, he comes out. They'll see how he reacts to it out there.
But I just think they're going to do that. They're going to do short. That's what I think, because
off the bat maybe. But what you talking about in game 2? They're just going to stick to this plan, or are you talking about just game 1? See how
that's the other thing. This could change game to game. It's a tough spot to be in. I mean, you dealt with this with Rob, right? Every single game in that 2022 finals, it was like, what Rob are you getting tonight? And you hope that's not where it's going to be with Kristaps, because once he's back, once he's in the lineup again, you're relying on it. Like, you're not just going to shut him down because he's not playing well one night. He's part of the rotation now.
That's why I put this comment up there. Guys, it's not straight Luke replacement minutes. It's relying on KP and what type of game plan you have with KP in the lineup, both offensively and defensively, how you defend, what type of plays you're going to run, trying to get him open, running those pick and pops and putting him out into space, seeing if he can knock down shots, if he's got the lift to be able to do it, trying to use him potentially for lobs, trying to put him in the post. Like, if he's not moving well, has no spring and doesn't feel good, you're going to do that and it's not going to work. You're not running plays for Luke. You're not depending on Luke. You're trying to survive Luke minutes against other teams' backups for short.
And you can just pull the plug on Luke
and you pull the plug. You're like, I didn't like these 2 minutes, and he's out, and you're done. Porzingis, you're counting on for real stuff. So it's not simply just Porzingis at 50% is better than what they're going to do. You almost wonder an ineffective, and people will flip out over this. An ineffective Porzingis is worse than no Porzingis, because no Porzingis, we can't rely on it, and I'm not going to go to that well, but an ineffective one could really muck up what you do. So you're right. You don't know until you know, and you're out in game 1 of the finals experimenting. And that's not ideal. That's not an ideal scenario.
PrizePicks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win up 100 times your cash. With PrizePicks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite sports this summer. You can make a PrizePicks lineup in as little as 60 seconds. You just need to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you're locked in. Now, if you're looking for promotions, PrizePicks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stats projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chance of getting a win, to getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. The finals mean more on PrizePicks, and so do the star players. You get boosted playoffs on selected basketball stars that you won't find anywhere else. Now, this week on PrizePicks, I'm looking at Jason Tatum, more than 26.5 points. Jaylen Brown, more than 3 threes, which may be aggressive, but I'm running with that. Download that app today and use a code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
And in the finals, it gets tighter. Like, they can try their Hauser and Cornet and Tillman stuff, and I'm sure they're gonna off the bat. But when Dallas is running 6 guys and playing their starters 40 minutes, would you're gonna roll out the bench crew against their starters? It's tough. This is look back at all the finals. Go back and look at the box scores from the finals. You play 6, 7 guys, and that 7th guy, it might be like a sprinkle of minutes. So especially with the 2 days off between these games, it's going to get tight out there rotation wise. So that's why I say, is it 35, 40 minutes you're going to need from him? You're probably going to split that up. He's probably going to be more limited, and it's probably going to be more single big because of that here, unless you're going to some double big in a bench rotation. This is actually an interesting Tillman series. You know, going back and watching those games, the second game was the first Tillman appearance. He played pretty well, 3 for 3, rotated pretty well alongside Horford. The Horford-Tillman numbers are pretty good in these playoffs, and it's a switchable guy. And he actually came out of that Indy series. I know he only played, 2 games, holding Indy's players to 37% when they went at him, which was pretty good. He held up well there. They could go to some zone with him. So I suspect they're going to go to a little Tillman here, especially if they don't have the full assortment of Porzingis minutes. But again, are you running Tillman against Kyrie, Luka, and
I don't want to see Tillman in
Garland and
yeah.
Lively,
No.
right?
I'm sorry. I did, and now I don't.
You're gonna try it, John, off the bat, especially if Porzingis is limited.
No, you're right. You're right.
As the series goes on, it gets tighter. It does. I don't think you're gonna see Hauser in this series at all.
I don't know whether you will or won't, but we'll get into what else happens in the trickle-down effect of a effective Porzingis and an ineffective Porzingis. And Bobby, we said, I said before, I think we all kind of felt this. If Porzingis was 100%, like 100% with no worry or restriction, I thought they were going 7 deep in the finals, and that's it, with Pritchard as the only guy who would see north of 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes off the bench there, outside of Al, really. Al's going to get his 25 or 30. I thought that's really it. And I thought you might get Hauser for a stint, but really not a lot. So yeah, I think they're going to be a little limited there. And it's going to be even more so if Porzingis is really, really restricted.
GameTime makes getting NBA Finals tickets even faster and easier. Prices on the GameTime app actually go down the closer it gets to the tip-off. Like right now, I was looking on the app, and it's really easy to use. Just download the app. Lots of pictures for us sports fans. Lots of pictures. And, the tickets for Celtics Game 1 and whoever they play, between $600-$700. But the closer you get to actual tip time, it's going to go down. So you and your friends may do a last-minute thing. And I know it's a lot of money, but maybe it's 2-3 of your friends. Last-minute trip, boom, let's go. Let's see what the tickets are on GameTime. You never know. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, GameTime takes the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets. Last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals. Okay, here's the deal. Last-minute deals save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. Now, the flash dealers save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Save even more when you choose a section for the zone deals. You choose a section, let GameTime choose the seats. Sounds pretty good to me. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA Finals tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Download GameTime today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Hey, Bobby Manning here. If you made it this far, you probably enjoyed this video, so subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out our social media platforms at Celtics CLNS.